Good day, everyone. Ali's here from Safi Financial Network. Today is February the 3rd, 2023. Here is the weekly analysis for US stock market. We are starting with S&P 500 weekly chart as usual for weekly analysis. Okay, so this week we had a nice uptick for the weekly chart. As you see here, we just got a confirmation that this trend line has been broken, and we went to the upside. Market had a nice positive week. However, last 2 days of the week, it was kind of like a choppy, especially after. Well, first of all, we had very volatile week. So FOMC meeting on Wednesday. Earning for Apple, Microsoft, and Google just came up on Thursday, and very hot job market just announced by NFB on Friday, which is today, early in the morning. More than 570,000 job just created in the month of January, which is very substantial. And I believe this is the lowest kind of like employment rate after World War II, 3.5% employment rate for US. Very resilient market for the US, and macroeconomy still is very solid based on the ISM and job report. However, inflation is pretty hot, still above 2%, which is kind of like a 6% or so, which is way above Federal Reserve target. And Federal Reserve just kind of like it gives like a kind of permission to Federal Reserve to at least keep the rate, not even pushing higher and higher, but keep the rate for a long time to see how market is going to react. And if interest rate would be above 5%, 4 to 5% for a long time, for sure we will have a recession. Okay, so this weekly chart shows that we are getting above this trend line, and we got the confirmation. However, we are not still above this, but we recapture SMA 50 pretty nicely, confirmed that, and this is kind of like a pivotal point. And look at the number. So when you just count the number from this weekly pivot to this high, this is 7 weeks, and usually all the corrective rally to the upside took like 5 to 7 weeks to the upside, and right now we are just at 7 and nicely pulled back to the downside, and market just closed at $4,134. And this, I believe, this is the top, intermediate top for the market. Market will have a downside, but I'm not sure even if we get there to the lower low. So if you just follow my analysis, previous analysis, I told you that I'm just waiting for a pullback to get to the long position. Still, I'm waiting for the pullback to get to the long position. But my downside target was somewhere around 32 to 3,400, which is still a possibility. Nothing has been changed, but the probability is very low now. Based on the momentum that we are seeing in the market, it is a low possibility. The probability for the downside target, the first probability is here. So if we just get back to this and test and hold this area, probably that's going to be the bottom for the market in 2023, and probably this is the bottom. Like October bottom was the bottom of this first phase of the bear market rally. So this is the bottom and this is the bear market rally, and I'm sure that 2023 would be very challenging for everyone. So far it's been very challenging, but this could be a green year. I would say this would be a green year. I just posted my analysis. This is my forecast for 2023. Make sure watch this one. This year would be good year and green year. So I'm still waiting for the February, March, especially March pullback. A March would be very nice buying opportunity. I'm not sure if we are getting there or here or just, but I believe kind of like we are getting above this bottom now. So probably SMA 200 on a weekly basis, which is coming along with this wide range bar institutional level and this pivotal point, probably in months of March, we will have good support there. So if we get there, along with these factors, probably bottom is there. So I'm not expecting kind of like a deeper correction or downside for now. But if something happened, you never know, something unexpected happen, probably. So that's why I just keep this possibility, but the probability is very, very low now. So I'm just looking for a pullback probably to this area, to these two areas, and that's going to be the final bottom in 2023, and we will get to the rally. I would say very, very good epic rally to the upside for 2023. I'm not sure if we are getting to the new all-time high or even double top, but the rally after March low would be very, very sizable and substantial. So sit tight again. So you know my analysis, you know my style. Because you're just following my channel, I think that I got the impression that you know my style. I'm just kind of like a patient person working on the chart to see the pattern. Pattern is more important. Pattern is more important than price. So wait for the pattern. Let's see how March bottom will be formed. And when it forms, we will get back to the trade and also investment as well. So I'm just looking for buying lots of stocks. I have tons of cash on the side and just looking for opportunity to get in. So that was a weekly, but here is just before getting to the daily, so weekly chart here, and momentum is getting back to the overbought condition. So probably next week we will see a reversal. Also, here is the MACD showing a nice divergence between these two highs here. MACD is showing lower high, but price is showing higher high. So this is a nice divergence, and I believe momentum is kind of like shifting to the downside, but the downside target probably not as deeper as we thought. But we are just changing our analysis time to time, week by week. So that's why we are doing this daily and weekly. Okay, moving on to daily chart. So this is the daily chart. So we got nice, here is the level, we got nice pullback as Apple earning just came up, very, very weak earning, to be honest. Amazon was very, very weak. We get to those ones individually, but right now we are just broken above this trend line, probably just a pullback. And I just want to give you and walk through different scenario. So let me just squeeze the chart a bit. So here is my first scenario, which is kind of like a bullish scenario. So if we get down to this trend line and pull back here and then coming down here right there, so that's going to be the end of the correction. This is a bullish scenario because after this, when we're getting there in months of March, somewhere around here, so I think that's going to be very, very possible scenario for the bottom. So mark it in your chart 37 or this pivotal point, that's going to be the bottom for a market. But if we are getting to the deeper correction, probably we are just coming down and then going up, something like this. Possibly we can see something like this. So this is kind of like 50% or neutral position or scenario that we can see. Probably this is a deeper one based on the first case scenario, but still it's going to be bullish. We are above this pivotal point. We are not getting to the double bottom or so. And after this pivotal point, we are off to the rally for the rest of the year. And this is very, very low probable scenario, but still that's going to be a possibility. We are getting to the deeper correction probably to this pivotal point, just a pull back to this area. And probably the next phase would be very, very sharp sell-off to here. And that's going to be amazing buying opportunity. So any of these scenarios, as you see, the timing is going to be March stretching to the second half of the March, or February we can see just a pullback latter of the February, first week of the March, we will see retracement to the upside and then sharp sell-off after that. Again, the scale of the sell-off or correction, it depends on the market. So I'm not forecasting, I'm just saying this ABC zigzag down would be a corrective move for the next rally. So again, we are at the beginning of this, so it gives us, if it gives another leg down, probably that's gonna be good short opportunity for traders to stop loss above this, and you can just get some nice downside move. But remember, this downside move would be probably the last downside move through the months of February and March, all the way to here or here or here. I don't know. Again, it depends on the move, but that's going to be the last downside move before the rally, before the substantial rally for 2023. So be ready. Even if you don't want to short it, it's okay. It's fine with me. Just wait for the pattern to form bottom and we get long into stocks or indexes, because that's going to be great buying opportunity is going to prepare for us. All right. So this is kind of like the analysis that I have for S&P. Okay, moving on to VIX. This is a weekly chart for VIX. VIX had a down day today. It's pretty nice that we see all market just went down, but VIX is supposed to go up. VIX is coming down, so probably that's going to be a stop hunting. VIX is showing like a lower low, but still it's ranging. It's ranging somewhere around 16 to 20, which is kind of like a building the base for another next move to the upside. And I believe March would be the VIX top, which is coming along with stock market bottom. Going to dollar gained very nicely, and this is the weekly chart. So weekly chart is coming with dollar comeback. As I said, dollar is getting ready for another ABC up to the upside, and that's going to be a corrective move. All commodities, almost all commodities, hammering today, like hammered. Oil hammered, like from 2% positive to 3% negative. Gold 2.5% negative. Let me just bring those charts because those ones very interesting. So here is the dollar, oil, crude. So crude just hammered. This weekly chart is forming for another probably spike down to this level, to the low 60s, and that's going to be opportunity for buy. I don't know. Gold is hammering, like look at the weekly chart. So it's going to kind of like the first phase of this drop, and gold just get there rejected from the beginning of the week, and look at that. So this is a nice shooting a star or engulfing or whatever you want to call it. This is very bearish pattern, and this pattern can go all the way down to here for the first stop 1796. The second one, which I believe that's going to be very interesting level, is 1731. Again, I'm not forecasting, I'm just saying if gold gets there by March period, that's going to be very nice opportunity. And look at that. So this is another level which is kind of like a forming very stretched QM pattern, and this stretched QM pattern could initiate another rally to new all-time high, which I believe gold can get to new all-time high early 2024 or late 2023. So let's see how it goes. Silver got hammered today, 4%, 4.69% to the downside. So silver, I believe it's going to be rock star just after this corrective move. So again, these levels are very important. I just place some of them here. So $20.74, $20.05, and 19.34 cents. So this area would be absolute buy for me, just because I believe silver is gonna outperform gold for the year of 23. So just keep an eye on that one as well. We were talking about dollar. So dollar again can go ABC up or zigzag up. This is kind of like a corrective move before the next downside, but this rally would be very kind of like epic and substantial for dollar, almost 10% to the upside. So it's going to be a good rally. Apple. The only FANG stock was positive today was Apple, but just lost its momentum last hour of the trading session. So Apple gained $3.68 today, sitting at 154.50. And I believe this is the top for Apple, but how far it's going to go? Is it going to go to the lower low? Still, there is a possibility, but the possibility is very, very rare and short. So if you want to see my analysis video for Apple, I just put a link there. So make sure watch this. I just cover it a lot. It's for yesterday, and I covered that the levels that I'm buying Apple if it gets there. So just for you folks, Amazon just hammered today, 8.43% down. Look at the shadow on the top. So this is the top for Amazon. And Amazon probably going to test the double bottom or even lower low. That's going to be a possibility for Amazon. Facebook or Meta just went down 1.19%. This stock was 3% up today. But at the end of the day, it just lost $2.24, which is sitting at 186. However, weekly candle is substantial to the upside. This is a remarkable move. And I'm expecting Facebook or Meta is coming back to this wide range bar. Look at that. So this is a scene of crime. This is the beginning of this rally. And 147 to 160, that's going to be great buying opportunity. Again, it's not for the price. Let's see if price is coming back down to this level and how it forms. Okay, we will get back to this. Microsoft couldn't break above this trend line. Still, it is below the trend line. Let me just adjust it a bit. So this is so this is just a touch on the trend line, and look at that. So Microsoft couldn't break above this trend line, just pierce it through and then coming back down. Probably Microsoft is getting back to sub 200. Still, it's going to be probability. Again, if you see some stocks like Apple showing higher low, but the other ones showing lower low in March period, this is a nice divergence for the bottom of the market as well. So Google had a negative day today, 2.75%. Google had a very, very nice uptick for the weekly chart. So this stock just went all the way up, apart from Microsoft, this stock just broke up this trend line. However, probably pull back to this area again. Sub 100, that's going to be opportunity. I don't know about this level, but this is going to be very, very tempting level. So let's see how it goes. Netflix was positive almost all day, but ended up negative, just lost 99 cents. Netflix, I believe this rally is over. It's gonna go to the corrective move, probably to this area. So let's see how it goes. With the market correction, Netflix can go down as well. Tesla gain $90.71, 189.98. So Tesla upside move, I believe, is over. So probably we should see a pullback to this area, 147 to 160, which is going to be $50 down, and that's going to be very, very interesting, just because if Tesla gets there along with the market, that's going to be great buying opportunity. Semiconductors, you know that this is my favorite sector. This is the leader among the other ones. Semiconductor broke very, very nicely. This reverse head and shoulder. SMH went to the upside, but today they lost. SMH just lost $4.66, 1.84% to the downside. So semiconductor, I believe the rally is over. Right now we should see a corrective move to the downside, and that's going to be a corrective move, not a crash or something. SOXX is the same, so it goes to $433, but it went down. TSM, which is Taiwan Semiconductor, this is the leader. This is an emerging market. I'm very positive on this one, and this name can go, believe me or not, to the new all-time high even, or triple top, but right now sitting at 94, and the correction to this level would be good buying opportunity. Just keep an eye on this one as well. So AMD, 2% loss today, 2.51%, $2.22 down. So this is stock as well, like the other stocks in this sector. NVDA, which was the leader of this semiconductor, 2%, 2.81% down, $6 down. So NVIDIA, if it comes down to the level that I'm thinking, I will let you know, but this stock would be a buy. Texas Instrument, $2.40, $2.43 down. So Texas, just a touch above the trend line, but it is not that strong. Again, I'm not sure if it is a breakout or just a false breakout or so. Texas Instrument was kind of like a great stock last 2 days, but today just went down below the trend line. So again, we'll see how it goes. Lamb Research, this one broke out to the upside, so probably just a pullback to the trend line would be a buying opportunity right now. Lamb Research sitting at 529, and this stock can go all the way to 720, which is kind of like a very, very big level for it. So if it goes down to here, that's going to be possibility 661.66. Such a scary number, but it could go there as well. So keep an eye on that. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq weekly chart is getting above SMA 20, which is kind of like a good bullish development. However, I'm just looking for a pullback like S&P 500. Nasdaq probably sharper pullback. Just Nasdaq had like a 5-week corrective move, which is kind of like the similar to the other like a pullback. So here is, for example, this one. You will see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fifth is coming down. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as I said, like a 5 to 7 weeks, it's going to be possibility for a corrective rally to the upside. And the timing is kind of like a perfect. So I'm just expecting another downside, but I'm not sure how far we can get. So based on the daily chart, if we go to the daily chart, let's move on to, going back to the weekly chart. So weekly chart, we are getting to, again, this top of this RSI. And also, I don't see any divergence here between these two highs. So that's kind of like a divergence in different stocks. However, momentum-wise, we are kind of like a diverging between these two highs. Again, it doesn't change anything. So Nasdaq is getting to overbought condition. The fast line is getting to overbought condition, and probably next week we will see a downside, especially after Tuesday, Wednesday, you will see a downside in Nasdaq. So it's going to be possible scenario. On Monday, I'm not sure, probably just a hiccup to the upside, especially when we have a downside. Probably market is just digesting all the earnings and so on. But this is kind of like a daily chart. So this is a wide range bar. This is kind of like a scenario that we were looking. It is very stretched. Don't get me wrong. I was surprised. I was surprised with this rally. I didn't thought market is going to have this substantial rally. But always look at that. So we have a substantial rally. We have this substantial rally and a lower low. So again, I'm not looking for a lower low, but there is a possibility. Still, it is there. But the bullish scenario with me is the deeper corrective move that we can see is kind of like a higher low here in this trend line, especially when you are just stretching this one to the March. It's kind of like a pull back to this area. This is March 16, 17. So if you see in that area, just give yourself 3 days window. If you see something like that, that's going to be probably the good bottoming formation. So let's put another rectangular there. We just mark it in our chart. And let's see if Nasdaq is coming down, probably this level, we will have a bounce and then coming down. So don't get excited. We're going right away, something like this going down. For sure, no one knows, but you never know. But this could happen like a zigzag to the downside, kind of like a corrective move to the downside, to getting ready, to getting poised for another upside move. So stay tuned again for this one. March would be lots of possibility in the market. This is a Dow Jones weekly chart. So in Dow Jones, we got kind of like doji bar weekly chart. So again, like the other one. So the deeper level would be 30,000 to 31,000. But again, if we get there in Dow Jones or even here, somewhere around in this wide range bar, so that's going to be a possibility for the bottom. Again, wait for the pattern, but I'm just looking for a downside move rather than upside move. because the other stocks are coming down as well if we get a downside move. So this is the third day in a row Dow Jones have a red day. So that tells me something. And also stochastic wise, we are kind of like a bearish reversal happening. Along with this MACD, momentum is dead. There is no momentum with Dow Jones is coming down, and probably that's going to be the end of the rally for Dow Jones. And we will see if we see a downside move to here, probably that's going to be good buying opportunity. Okay, I think I wrapped up everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye bye.